Okay, made the tofu earlier. This is the tofu, not all of it, this is just some of it. It's all been cut up ready to use. And what we're going to do is we're going to now cook it. And I've got the ingredients here ready. Obviously tofu, as you can see. This stuff is it's like they call it fungus or a mushroom. I think the English translation is called Jew's ear. What you do, it comes dried in a packet like this. Take it out of the packet, obviously, and wash it, and then you soak it for a little bit until it puffs up, and then you cut it up small, and it's this strange little fungusy stuff, but it's really quite nice. Okay, so there's that, and we've got carrots here, cut very, very fine. Obviously, it needs to be cut fine because otherwise it will take ages to cook. Some garlic, some spring onion, which we'll use at the very, very end. Garlic goes in earlier, and we have a sauce here that we need to use. Sauce is made up of 2 teaspoons of tomato puree, 2 teaspoons of sugar, 2 teaspoons of water, 1 teaspoon of vinegar and 1 teaspoon of soy sauce. So that's been mixed up, and you see it's really quite thick. The tomato puree does make that really quite thick. That goes in towards the end. So we're now going to go cooking, and the process will be garlic first, then the fungus, the Jew's ear, with the carrots, back into a dish, the tofu until it's browned, and then the sauce. Okay, so we'll just get the pan ready. Okay, now as the tofu, or tofu if we're going to use the Chinese pronunciation, it needs to be cooked in a clean pan. What we're going to do, we're going to cook the tofu, leave it in the pan, and then the other ingredients that I went through earlier, we're going to use in the wok. Get that done and ready, then we're going to transfer the tofu straight over to the wok. Okay, so fingers are clean. I'm going to use my fingers just to transfer the tofu, and this very, very soft. You know how soft it is, soft and wiggly. Okay, and turn it over carefully. And what we're looking for, just hear it now. Here it comes. What we're looking for is just like a soft yellowy golden colour, and that tells us that the tofu is ready to be kept. And the cooking process, say, it gives it some flavour, some taste, and also just firms it up slightly. The oil I'm using is, it doesn't have nothing exotic. It just has, it's just ordinary vegetable oil, sunflower oil. You don't need to use sesame oil or anything like that. In fact, it's best not to, because sesame oil is actually quite strong taste. Okay, so the tofu has now been cooked off. That's ready to be added back to the dish later. Having cooked it first, it just gives it a little crispness on the outside and a little bit more firmness, so it's a bit more robust when it goes back into the wok. So the next process is to start cooking the other ingredients in the wok, and when they're done and ready, introduce the tofu back into a dish, back into the tummy. Okay, so with the wok, really, really hot, so it needs to be quick. First thing, the garlic, won't take long at all. Lovely smell. Careful with garlic, it quickly burns. So that is now, that's ready to release its flavour into the oil. Ready for the next ingredient, which was the carrot. Need more heat, back on the heat, excuse me. That's it. And that's just getting warm, and now the Jew's ear, or the fungus, or mushroom, call it what you wish. There we go. when you hear, here it comes, when you hear that popping is the mushroom starting to heat through, starting to cook through. That's what you're listening for. Listen again. There it goes. And again, yep, that's the sound you need to listen for. That says that is now done and ready. And again, yeah. Okay, and now ready for the sauce and the tofu. Okay, tofu. Lovely. When I put the sauce in, it will immediately go quite thin, but then it just needs to be cooked through until it starts to thicken. Ready for the sauce? Okay, here we are. And now it needs to be turned with the water, excuse me, turn down the heat at this point. And just leave that now, it will thicken up slightly as the heat drives off the steam and the water. Now needs a little bit of salt. Not too much, because of course the soy sauce that was introduced earlier has quite a high salt content. Now, how does that look? And now perfect. Just as a final garnish, some spring onion. A bit more. There we are. I think that's fine. And there it is. I'll ask my daughter to explain what the dish is called. What's it called, Jing Jing?
鱼香豆腐。
鱼香豆腐.